Hello. Thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to Esoteric Guidance, and my name is Nehru. We are today feeling like summer and feeling like the island. Yeah, man. Alright. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let me share a little bit about myself very quickly before you get weirded out and click off the video. So, again, my name is Nehru, and this is Esoteric Guidance. I am here in human form, as you are, but we are spirit beings. I am an extraterrestrial, and in human form, here to raise the vibration of the planet. A lot of my descendants are here, even though they may not be aware of me just yet. Okay? Some of them might be aware of me. Some of them are aware of you, because you have descendants collective. Okay? We are on repeat cycles on this planet. Repeat cycles until we get it right. Okay? And when I say get it right, man has nothing to do with that say-so. Religion has nothing to do with that say-so. Okay? I think I want to pull this closer. Someone might want to pull you closer. Collective. Someone might want to pull you closer. Okay? I'm going to try to do this without the phone falling. Let's see how this works. There we go. Bring me right into your television, right into your living room, collective. Right? You might be ready to be in someone's living room. You might be getting ready to blow up. Just blow up. You're getting ready to blow up, collective. So what you gonna do when you blow up? Okay? So we are here today, collective, and we are going to, just as the backdrop image suggests, talk about the spiritual state of our union, but not just our union here in the U.S., where I currently am, in southern Arizona. And I will be utilizing the echo, I think. I'm really enjoying the music today. It's been going like all day, like for the most part all day. I'm really, really into that. Okay, again, woke up this morning, the image that was on was the top 5 all-inclusive whatevers, wherever it was. Okay? So, the state of the union. Okay? So we know that the President of the United States typically, I don't know how often they deliver a State of the Union address. Okay? But they do every so often. I believe it's during the time of national crisis, maybe? Okay, yeah. I don't know if that's the only time. However, what I want to do is I want to talk about, as soon as I find it. Right here. All right, so I want to talk about a couple of things. So during this video, I will be talking about a little bit about, again, it's not going to go into great detail. A lot of this is so that you can start paying attention to these things yourself, okay? Especially in your local area, okay? So weather, politics, international business, okay? And that sort of thing. Obviously, conflicts, okay? Because that's a lot of what's going on today, conflicts, okay? Both in my personal, not in my personal life, but on my personal journey, your personal journey, a lot of what we've been through, collective, confirmation bird, is conflict, okay? I'm looking at something that I wrote down that says, I assume the throne, or I resume the throne. You might need to assume the throne, or resume the throne. You know if you step down, right? In the religious cult called the church, they call that backsliding. Backsliding. Okay? So you might find that some of your friends or family are moonwalking. out of or into something I guess we all are to some degree. Okay, so let's get started. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, Collective. Archangels, thank you so much. Assisting starseeds, light workers, earth angels, master alchemists, healers. Okay, thank you all so much for all that you do for us in helping us to navigate the balancing act between the 3D and the 5D. In between there is the 4D, and that is where all of the battles take place. Okay? All right. Divine Source has his big toe resting on your head. Okay? The earth is his footstool, their footstool, him and hers. They have their big toe, pinky toe resting on your head or something. Or in your yard. Imagine a toe as large as a yard. And that's a yard in measurement or a backyard. Okay, there might be something about your backyard. Witchcraft, backyard, someone planted, put something. When I lived in Florida, the not doppelgangers, it might have been them too, but the gang stalkers were putting things on the doorstep of the house that I lived at. That house is located at 868 Alexander Avenue or Drive Avenue. Yes, Deltona, not Daytona, not where the race happens. Del Tona 327. No. 33713 or something like that. Deltona, Florida. Okay, Volusia County. Okay, they were putting things on the doorstep on the side of the door by where the garage door is on the side of the house. Burnt items were left there. Okay, and then they were putting things on the front doorstep. Okay, when I noticed that, I opened the door and there was a snake coming down the wall. Literally that day, coming down the wall. I should have opened the door and let Sadie get it. But anyway, that's my Cane Corso. I'm a man dog lover. I like big dogs. And if you can't hang with us, stay on the porch, baby. Stay on the porch. I like big dogs. Big dogs. Okay? So yeah, that snake, that day, well, one of the days, when I saw whatever sprinkled in front of the door, you know what I did? Sage around the door and salt at the door entrance. Knock that shit right out. Okay? You might need to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this before I get to going on something else. You know how I do if you've been a part of this channel for any length of time. Okay? By the way, I just posted a collective tarot reading for the collective and the karmics. It's new. It's information in there for them too. Okay? All right, so migrants, immigrants, extrications, okay? This is big news again here in the U.S. It might be big, it's always big news in other places too. Pakistan, Palestinians, the Gaza Strip, all of these places are constantly, because it's biblical. And when I say biblical, I mean canonical biblical. It's canonical text. It's Akashic records. Not it's the Bible, not it's the Quran, not it's, no. All that shit has been pissed on by man. I'm not talking about that. No. I'm talking about the things that are being found by archaeologists today. That was found in 1942. I'm talking about the scrolls, Dead Sea, Alive Sea, whatever sea. I'm talking about the scroll. I'm talking about those that was written by the Enochs, the scribes, the original scribes. I'm talking about those manuscripts. I just heard those manuscripts. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, not the Bible. You're looking at every eighth scripture in the Bible being true. Every eighth scripture. So what does that mean? Does that mean literally every eighth? No. It means that truth is sprinkled throughout, But they don't give you the whole thing. Because if they did, they'd tell you where Yeshua was, Issa, the descendant of Elbarat. Okay? They would tell you that that being spent those years between 13 and 29 traveling, learning rituals, learning saging, how to cleanse your energy, chakras, learning how to ascend, being celibate, protecting his sacral chakra. I was going to say his throat chakra, that too. Throat chakra, obviously, as he spoke, many things, both great and parables. So in all of that, that's what he was doing during those years. They don't want you to know that. That's why they send you to Catholic Church. That's why they send you to Pentecostal Church, Church of God in Christ, and non-denominational, Baptist, Methodist, Lutheran. That's why they send Seventh-day Adventists. That's why they send you to those places through the program, because they know that's only going to get you so far, and that far that it's going to get you is like yay compared to yay. That's a big difference when you're talking about life. So you're talking about an ant compared to what would be the size of a lizard. You know, like those little Florida lizards that run around. Here they have like iguanas, so they're a little bigger in Arizona, but those little lizards, right? About that size. So that's the comparison. Religion is the ant, right? And that. And then, esoterically, it's the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite. Okay? Or excuse me, physically, it's the exact opposite. Okay? Religion is the lizard, and spirituality is the ant. Okay? You might be dealing with your aunt, your uncle. Okay? Someone who is a reptile spirit. I mentioned lizard. Okay? So immigration and all of that, okay, relocating, you might be relocating, relocations all over the world, okay? Again, I don't get into politics, and in fact, I have things written down here that are political moves, like controlling immigrants and all that sort of thing. So those are political things, but I do not have political opinions written down, because I'm not interested in political opinions, okay? I'm interested in the truth and justice. And those are the only two things that I am interested in. I hope you can say the same today. Pope Francis is hospitalized and has been since February something with pneumonia. February 24th or something. Let me take a look. Oh, February 14th. Wait. Yeah, 14. Yeah, the 24th was just 2 days ago. Since 2/14, okay? So 7/7 or 28 might be significant for you. Okay, also 7/4/28. Okay, that might resonate with you as well. Or 47, 74/47, either one of those. Okay? The Pope Francis, is 88 years old. 88. Okay? The German elections are currently going on, or have recently concluded. I don't know, but they were currently going on when I was looking up this information. So German elections, that's happening in Berlin, Germany. That name might be significant for you. I know it's an unusual name today. It's an older name, but that is the name of the man who I believe is my biological grandfather. Okay, and the father to my father, who was unalived in 1974, 9 months before I was born. Okay, so tariffs. Okay, this is a big thing right now with Canada and China and all these other places. Okay, so I'm going to give my thought on this, and again, just my thought. And again, this comes from someone I can only speak to this to whatever degree, even if it's to a minuscule degree, because of whatever knowledge I have in regards to taxes and business and all of that sort of thing. Again, having been a tax accountant or in that industry for 13 years. Okay, that's the occupation that I left when I left Florida. Okay, I left it there. You need to leave whatever occupation you're leaving. You need to leave it there. Don't try to go start it up in somewhere else if you know that's not the route you were supposed to take. Okay? So, tariffs. And I understand to this degree, or from this side, what President Trump is trying to do for America. From my vision, and again, I'm not agreeing, because he's done some, they all do. Let's just say it. They all do. It's really impossible to live 60 years in America and not have some shit. It's really kind of impossible. Okay? So what would someone see about me that they might be able to point a finger at if I was to run for office? Okay, for political office. I got a DUI in 2006. They might try to bring that up. Oh, he's an alcoholic. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Right? They'd be surprised the last time I had an alcoholic drink and how infrequent that is today. It's extremely rare. Extremely rare. Okay? I can go months without it. I don't need that. Okay? All right. Be careful of those who might be trying to push that on you, collective. Okay? Also, and when I say collective people, if you do not understand what I'm saying, again, it's a spiritual term to mean the 144, the chosen, those who know that they are on their path, or they are looking to be on their path. They're motivated to seek that path. Okay, right? You see these transformations all around us. Read David Goggins' story. Okay, you see these transformations all around us in the physical. Read or look up Keanu Reeves' story. You see these transformations all around us. Look up Jim Carrey's story. You see these transformations and ascensions all around us. Okay? And I don't want to get off on that because I'm going to stay with the union. That's my number one focus. It's helping us become the highest, purest, truest version of ourselves. And if I get on that, I stay on that for a long time and I can talk about it for hours. I can't say that about very many subjects at all. Sports, I don't even pay attention to it today. I don't watch it much. I watch YouTube golf. I enjoy that. So I'll watch some Bob Does Sports, some good golf, I'll watch some of those. They're comical too. I'll watch some of those. So shout out. Grant Horvat Golf, shout out. Okay, I'll watch some of them. But I don't watch sports today. I don't concern myself with those things. If it was for business purposes or something else, I would, but currently it is not, so I don't. Not so I can't, that I don't. No. If I was your girl, all the things I do to you. Collective, by the way, I don't know what the rules and laws are. I do, I'm saying I don't. Oh, let me get back to Trump real quick. So he's trying to bring the money flow all back to America through the Americans, is how I see that. And again, I did not vote for him. I vote independent. I don't vote for a Republican or a Democrat. No. Okay? I vote for something a little more, I don't know, whatever. And you don't even have to vote for anybody who's on the ballot. You could put down John Denver's name as the president if you want to. My personal opinion is that that's all a show. It's already done in some other separate something that you probably never get to see. That's my own personal opinion. Or it's money-based. And the dollar in the U.S. is good for all public and private business. Private business. Some of it is very private. A lot of rugs where shit gets swept up. A lot of rugs. The Vatican. Those hoodlums. Woo! I can't wait till that shit fall down. Whether I'm physically here or not, I hope I'm physically here. So, yes, okay. Pneumonia, the Pope, 88 years old, hospitalized since 2. excuse me, I keep want to say since 220 something, there might be something about 220 something, 222. Okay, you might be seeing that angel number. All right. Elections in Germany, I mentioned. Oh, in New Delhi. Okay, New Delhi had their elections, and they elected only their fourth number. It might be angel number 4. Something about April. Okay, April is the first month of the new year in the esoteric calendar. April, 4-1. You might be seeing 144, 414, right? 441. You are on target if you are. Don't doubt yourself. Okay? So her name is Rekha Gupta. I think I'm saying that part. Rekha Gupta. Okay, she was born 7/19/1974. Okay, she is the new chief minister, okay, and only the 4th female in 27 years. Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, India, New Delhi, Rekha Gupta. Okay, any of those names might resonate with you. Also Patel. Okay, so Kash Patel is the new director at the Federal Bureau of Investigations, or FBI. Okay, Christopher Wray, he resigned in January. Now, Christopher Wray is an extremely controversial. His time as the director was extremely controversial. Okay, he oversaw or was the lead whatever, right? The whatever, top whatever, in the Capitol trial case, okay? The national the storming of the national Capitol, all that, right? He was the fourth whatever in that. He was, yeah. All right. Also, okay, Christopher is on TV, on record, ABC News, I believe, as saying, I don't know what year he said, but he says C-19 was linked by a lab in China. That's what he said. The former director of the FBI. Also, there's something that is not good between Christopher and Trump. Okay, we're talking about State of the Union, spiritual state of the union, collective spiritual state of the union. There's something that is not kosher between Chris Wray and Donald Trump. Donald Trump did not attend Christopher Wray's 2017 swearing in. Yeah, thank you. Because I'm not in that arena, so right. And I'm trying to use words that are going to make sense to us politically in the 3D mind, right? Because I could use other things as divine white light gives them to me, but they're not about confusion either, obviously. Okay? So, and I wouldn't necessarily be able to define whatever word they gave me. I would just say it. So, Donald Trump, for the first time in history, the United States president did not attend the swearing in of the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigations in 2017. 2017 might be significant for you. That was new blood filter year for me. It was 2414 when I looked up there on the video timer. Okay? All right. So the Russia-Ukraine war is now officially 3 years old. Okay? There might be something about 2022. I mentioned 222 a moment ago. 2022. You might have made drastic changes back then. For your better, for your worse, you might be climbing out of something today that back then was a storm. Okay? Or you might be coming out of a celebration that was been since 222, but now it's nothing. Whatever. However, you know how all of that resonates with you. Okay. The plane crashes. Plane crashes. I'm going to have to ask Alexa for this, and we're going to have to stop the music. Please don't stop the music, music, music. Please don't stop the music. Alexa. Alexa. It's not listening. Excuse me for 1 second. Collective, by the way, I hope you're doing well. I hope things are going good for you today. And Alexa. Alexa. Home. Okay, so we'll keep that off for a minute and see how long I can go with the heat off. So, collective. Oh, what I was going to say is one of the things that I'm curious about is if it's okay, and someone might know the answer. Is it okay for the government to record you without your permission? Video, what have you? Is it okay? And to what extent? I'm curious. Okay. And I could look that up, but I figured I'd try to generate some dialogue between you and I. Okay. I'm curious because I don't know the answer. Okay. And I know alphabet agencies listen to the channel, but I don't. They're not going to answer the question, obviously. Not on here. Again, we are in, for those of us who resonate with my timeline, we are in Remy spirit. Okay? We are in Remy spirit. All right? That Remy spirit is heaven's pupil. Again, by the way, for those of you who do not know why I'm sitting here with my shirt off, you might have been wondering, is because I'm in an RV where I've been for 1.5 years after I've given everything that I owned away by direction of divine source. After gang stalking, doppelganging, X took my company, business, clients, stopped smear campaigns, worked with other karmics to ruin me, tried to poison me. I got shingles when I lived with her 2 months after I moved in. All kind of shit going on in Florida. All kind of shit going on in Florida. As usual, Florida is a hatchet's paradise and a hacker's paradise. I don't know why. Florida is a hatchet's paradise and a hacker's paradise. Why, I don't know. Maybe we spend too much time at the beach. You know, interestingly, I like the water very, very, very much so. I will be living near a river or a canal or something. I will definitely be living near a lake, a river, or something. It'll be right in the backyard. Yep, little creek, something. I will definitely be living near. Confirmation! Right there on the echo. I will definitely be living near one of those. All right, in the middle of nowhere. No matter what I do for a living, I can travel to St. Jude. I can travel to all these other places wherever I'm going to be going, wherever the teaching is going to be happening, wherever the speaking engagements are, wherever that is. I am more than happy to travel, and I am a good driver. I can drive. I've driven 21 hours by myself straight before. I am a very good driver. Okay. So yeah, and 19 on one other occasion, 19 on one time, 21 on another time. From Florida to Illinois, confirmation. Florida to Illinois, and then Florida to Texas. Okay, so again, any of those states might be significant for you, or they're involved in some way in whatever significance going on with the State of the Union, as they all are. There are 50 states. Okay, someone might be 50 that you're working with. That number is significant for this year in the year of 2025. There are mercenaries. There are mercenaries. Okay. Oh, so something going on with Russia. Something going on with Russia and China. Okay. Why do I have my shades on? Because I enjoy the beach scene. That's why I had the music on. It's been on all day. Okay, it's so nice. It's so nice outside. It's a little breeze. The only reason why I don't have the uh, windows open is because if they want to listen to what I got to say, they'll have to come closer to the RV. I don't want people just, I, yeah, that's just, yeah. Um, so Russia and China. I wrote something down here, Russia, China. I wrote it over here, and then I wrote something else over here. Again, we're talking about double entries. So there's something going on with accounting. Your accounting records, their accounting records, your business taxes, your personal taxes, their personal taxes, fraudulent taxes, tax evasion, whatever. Okay? Tax avoidance is not tax evasion. Okay? What Trump is trying to do, okay, speaking of, what Trump is trying to do, okay, is trying to bring business back into America, which I mentioned that. But he's trying to, from what I see, is trying to put America back into a self-sufficient state. That's what he's trying to do. If you want to work with us, this is what you have to do. I can't speak for whatever Elon's doing. He's off on his own thing, his tangent. He's on, yeah, that's what I just got, a tangent. He's off on his own tangent, whatever Elon's doing. Okay? And I understand he's a supporter of Trump, and so they shake hands and make happy. But is that really how it is? Okay. Or is it the financial support? I give you this amount toward your election campaign, and you put me in this position. Nothing like buying your seat. Nothing like buying your position. Yes, so that's what I see Trump is doing. I wrote that up here again. Taxes on imports, tariffs. Okay, that's how I see that. And again, from someone who has a bit of a financial geared mind and someone who understands numbers on the surface and someone who understands them energetically and what they mean as far as numerology is concerned. So that's, to me, that's what I see him doing. Also, on the other side, tariff for the importer. Okay, so for China and Canada and whoever, this represents additional fees, fines, and bills. So if they want to work with us, it was just 3351 up there on the video timer. Okay, 3351. I've been saying 331 again. 313 133. Yeah, however you might see that. Even 3113. Okay, it's 502 and 81 degrees. Okay, that could be the same number. That could be 77. Okay. So, there might be someone, or even you, might be experiencing extra bills right now, unexpected bills. Okay, or this could be the enemy who's now experiencing tariffs, taxes on whatever you want to bring to me. You want to bring your energy to me? I'm gonna tax you. You want to come into my energy with whatever that is? I'm going to tax you. Okay? Whatever that might mean for you. Okay? And them. Okay? The names Emmanuel or Manny and Naomi. Okay? I worked for a gentleman in Georgia. He owned an engineering firm. He built gas stations, a lot of racetrack gas stations, and I don't know if he built any QTs, but a lot of racetrack gas stations in the Atlanta area. The office was located in Buckhead. No, Dunwoody. Dunwoody. Thank you. Dunwoody, Georgia. I have a memory like an elephant. Yeah. That's why I did good in history. Not so much in other things, but that's why I did good in history. At least in high school. I was a fantastic college student. You know, I had a 3.48 cumulative GPA or something like that. And the only thing that took it from a 4.0 was dumb college algebra. I could pass every other class, not college. And I did pass it. I got a B, but that was the lowest grade I think I got in the initial 2 years I was in school. Like a B minus was the lowest grade I got. Also, I was elected campus ambassador. You might be up to be considered campus ambassador. Again, for whatever region you're in. Okay, so let's say, for instance, if you're attorney general, that's a type of ambassador. A senator is a type of ambassador. You are representing a specific territory of a region. A mayor is an ambassador. A governor is an ambassador. Okay? A salesperson for your company is your ambassador. You better make sure you hire the right saleswoman, person, being, man, whatever. One whose honesty will take them far and integrity will stand against the firing squad. You better hire that individual. The one you can trust with $100 billion and know that motherfucker won't take a penny. You better hire that one. You better hire that one. Don't hire the one that shows up driving this and looking that and already have. You might not want to hire that one. You might. You need to use your intuition. Okay? All right? It's your money, your company, your legacy, your tradition, your whatever. Okay? 3 females, young females, were found deceased in a hotel room in Belize. These 3 females are American females. 3 American females were found deceased, ages 26, 24, and 23, respectively, in Belize. We need to believe the truth when we see it. Okay? Also, I read a little bit about this story and kicking in my psychic investigation intuitiveness. Okay? So, whoever's investigating that case, as far as the U.S. Embassy is concerned, yes. Right? Yes. Yes, U.S. Embassy, you need to stay close to Williams and pay attention to something that might be getting hid from you. U.S. investigators, CIA, FBI, DA doesn't deal with that, I guess. Whoever, international whatevers, please, okay? The Williams guy is the chief of police or whatever, I guess, whatever title that is there, the equivalent, okay? But whether they hid the CCTV footage or erased it, someone stopped the video and then started it up again, because they're saying that those women went back into their hotel and nothing. Now, I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not saying, but I am saying what I'm saying. All right. Okay. All right. So, might be something there. Okay. Also, the novel virus. Okay. The novel virus in Belgium. So we have Belize, B-E-L, Belize, and Belgium. B-E-L. Belly. Beliar. Vanessa Bell Calloway. She's a cutie. Always has been. Shout out to Vanessa Bell. Shout out to Vanessa Bell Calloway. Right? From Coming to America and hopping on one leg. That's who that is. Vanessa Bell Calloway, right? She's a cutie. Always has been. From Coming to America to What's Love Got to Do with It to Love Don't Cost a Thing and everything in between. Shout out to Vanessa Bell Calloway. She is an example of how the berry gets sweeter with time. She's an example. I'm going to have to turn the AC back on. Not because of her, but because it's getting hot. It's probably 90 degrees probably in here if it's 81 outside probably by now. I have a thermostat on the side over there. It's probably 90 degrees in here. So anyway, also I was reminded of that and I should probably leave this for a tarot reading, but yeah, I'll just leave that for a tarot reading. Okay. So B-E-L, whatever that may resonate with you for. Okay. Oh, so China is now doing live fire drills near New Zealand. I mentioned New Zealand the other day. It's 5:10. Okay. I mentioned New Zealand the other day. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. 50 degrees tonight. I said 50 might resonate with you. 50 degrees tonight. Okay. But yeah, so China is now doing live fire drills from warships near New Zealand. So there's something going on with Russia and China, New Zealand and China, the U.S. and China with its tariffs and all that, right? There's something, so China, there might be someone whose name is China. Ooh. I know a China, she spells her name C-H-Y-N-N-A. China. Okay. I mentioned Elon, he's just on his own little, and I really do believe that Trump trusts him to a degree, but Trump doesn't trust him nearly as much as it appears to in those photos. Not nearly as much. That's what I get. Okay? Again, money does a lot of things for people in powerful positions. Confirmation. Okay? Okay, so let's, anything else that okay, so weather phenomena, floods, there's tropical cyclones, we've had mudslides, the Southwest has experienced a very, very severe snow or winter, blizzard, storm, whatever you want to call it, at the beginning of the year, right, or mid-January or something, really, really bad, okay? Detroit, Detroit, where a water main broke and the water froze and the water level was up 3/4 of the way up the window on cars. So that's like the water being up here on a car, and this being the top of the car, like the water's like up here, frozen. Okay, we're talking about tundras, frozen tundras. Someone might drive a Toyota, or that might be significant for you. Also, there's going to be a drought in a place that does not normally experience a drought. And if they do, it's going to be severe, however it goes. A drought, a drought, a drought. Can't get away from it, and it's even more pronounced today. Drought, drought. Financial drought, there is coming one. There is going to be another hit to the global market. I just heard there's going to be another hit, and it's going to be sooner than you think. And I'm getting something about 23. Nothing on the screen or anything's 23. It's 5:13 and 81 degrees still. But I'm getting something about 23. Collective. Pack some extra money. To endure. Pack some extra money to endure. Pack some extra money to endure, Americans, Europeans, Asians. Okay? Spaniards. pack a little bit extra. Work a couple more weekends. Do a little something while you can. You remember what happened in 08? Do a little extra. Get ahead of the game this time. Okay? Start that LLC so you can get yourself some tax breaks. You want to know how to do that? My email address is theencourager333@gmail.com. Okay? You need to pack a little extra away. Put a little extra away right now. A lot of fruits on the tree. And the trees are producing. Because once they dry up, we've experienced that in the last 15 years. Once that dries up, it is rough. It was rough on me. I was homeless during that time at one point. That was before dialysis. I started dialysis in 13, which was towards the end of that. Okay? So I was homeless twice before dialysis and once after. Or during, not after, during. Okay? Again, okay, so food recalls. Oh, also, the weather, the temperature, the Earth's temperature is currently at its warmest in recorded history that it's ever been. Now, recorded history is not even remotely close to actual history. Okay? Except for those canonical those canonical scrolls. Right? Those are. But and even those scribes had to play catch up. Okay? So so I have written down here Madagascar, South Mayotte, and Comoros. So these areas have experienced unusual weather patterns. Unusual weather patterns for Madagascar recently. And Madagascar, from my limited knowledge, Madagascar is one of the few true tropical rainforest oases left on this planet. Madagascar carries some of the most unique species of animals, many of which are found nowhere else in the world yet, or truly. Madagascar. That is also a movie. I believe it's an animated movie. Alexa, when was the movie Madagascar released?
The film Madagascar was released on June 24th, 2005. 2005. So 6/24, okay? 6666, 6/24, all right, 2005. What were you doing on that day in 2005? June 24th, 2005, what were you doing? I can tell you, I was in my rebellious state. I was upset again, out of the military. It was not going well for me. Job, occupation, nothing. It was not going well. Mainly because I decided I didn't like where I was. I was a part of the Rock of Central Florida in Sanford, Florida at the time. I really wasn't being embraced the way I was supposed to be embraced. Although that really wasn't my reason for the sabbatical. It was really because I was frustrated. I wanted to go back into the military, but I knew I couldn't. Okay? For one, because he wasn't going to let me, and for two, because I could not pass the military test with my feet anymore. Okay? Because I deal with fairly serious heel spurs. Okay, because of the military, because of combat boots. Okay, and the way you walk, the way you have to march, and even till this day, I will show you. This is my slipper, flip-flop. Okay, and I will show you the bottom of my flip-flop. I have worn out shoes the same way since 1995. I can't help myself. It's the way that I walk. Something about the way that I walk. Something, and I'm looking at walking. On the screen, it says something about walking. Right? But this is how, you see that? So this heel is real thick. You see that side right there? That is real thick. You see this side right here? It is very worn down. Am I a fat guy or a big guy or an overweight guy? No. It's because I walk heel to toe, because that's the way I was trained to walk, heel to toe. That's how you march. That's how you step, heel to toe. Okay? And that's how I still walk today. That's why it's like that, okay? And obviously, I walk slightly pigeon-toed, I guess, because in order for that to happen, right, I would have to walk put the pressure mainly on the outside of my heel, okay? So I would have to walk a little like this and not like this. I would have to walk a little like, okay? And again, all right, so there's something about the way that you walk. Okay? Have you ever seen a good walk from a man just in his own energy? I'm reminded of a song. I sing it a lot. I'll sing it in a minute. But have you ever seen a man or a woman with just a confident walk? Okay? It's not fast. It's not slow. They're not pimping. But they have Denzel has sometimes, you know, when he's in that moment in the movie, he has that walk. Right? As the blaze is blowing up out behind him, it's boom, and he's just walking out of it. Okay? Your walk. What is it about your walk? Okay? Natural or spiritual? Food recalls. Food recalls. I'm going to share a link in this video for food recalls. Please go look at that list. There is a lot. I was like, wow. And I just went back a month. The recalls are insane. So I wrote down a couple of significance for brands here that are very popular in America, or at least that stood out to me. And again, they may be popular in New Guinea, but they stood out to me. So I wrote them down. Gerber, the baby food company. There are recalls on Gerber baby food. Woo, woo, woo. Gerber baby food, the #1 consumed baby food here in America. There are recalls on that food. Go look and see what that is. Okay? Pearl Milling Company. Pearl Milling Company. Someone's name might be Pearl. Okay? Might be a nickname for a granny, whatever. Pearl. Okay? I know someone whose name, they call themselves Pearl, but their name is Quandra. Quandra. You might be dealing with a Quintel, Quintin. Quintuplets. Woo! Quintuplets. I wish you the best. Quintuplets. Blue Ridge Beef. Okay, Blue Ridge Beef Company. Any others? Oh yes, Gardner's Candies. Gardner's Candies. That stood out to me. Gardner's Candies. Taste of Dutchland. Taste of Dutchland. You could be German, European, okay? Brown skin, Caucasian, it's all brown, okay? Yes, there are brown Germans. Don't be dumb. The name Jose and Madrid, okay? Jose and Madrid. And that is a brand, by the way, Jose Madrid. Okay, so switching gears, Ruby Frank. Google that name. Ruby, R-U-B-Y, F-R-A-N-K-E. Her husband's name is Kevin. That might be significant for your journey. Daughter, Sherry, spelled S-H-R-I. I know someone who spells their name that way. It's a middle name and they pronounce it Cherie. Their first name is Melinda. Last name, Simmons. Okay. They also have a son whose name is Chad. Okay. Ruby's sister, her name is Bonnie. I mention all these names. You already know why, collective. Okay. So, Ruby Frank, was a vlogger. She was the vlogger of 8 Passengers. Okay, that channel has now been deleted from YouTube. Okay, but she and her husband Kevin were the starters of that channel, 8 Passengers. Okay, she would go on and talk about parenting and kids and discipline and all of that sort of thing, right? And she was a strong disciplinarian. Well, it ended up finding out, her kids told on her about how she was actually physically abusive to them. And so, as it turns out, to sum all of it up, and again, I encourage you to go look at the details of the case, because there may be things about that case that stand out to you. Okay? So she is accused of child abuse. She now claims that her daughter, she's making false claims against her daughter now. So this is a karmic mother. Okay, collective? In the news, we see them all the time. Fathers too, brothers, uncles, nieces. No. Karmic knows no gender, knows no face, no racial complexion, no anything. Eye color, hair color, gender preference, sex, nothing. It doesn't care anything about any of that. So she, and neither does the darkness or the light. So she is now saying that her kids are against her. Because she would abuse her kids to the point of bleeding, shaved all of her daughter's hair off. One of her daughters was found in the closet at the time that her son escaped out of the house and was able to actually get authorities involved. They have been trying to get authorities involved in this case for a long ass time. People who watch, they got up to 2.5 million viewers on that channel. I got 264. Listen to me and then read her story, and you tell me who's spewing truth and why the fuck somebody got 2.5 million views and somebody who's speaking the truth got 264. I'm not saying that I need 2.5 million. I'm saying what the world is driven to is the deception and the lie, and the truth is not still what is the main craving in this country, in this world. It's not the truth. Not consciously. Unconsciously, they want the truth, but they're not consciously aware of it. Whoever they are. Okay? I think that is it, really. Again, I mentioned the drought. That is serious, financial or food shortage. Okay, I mentioned the novel virus in Belgium. Okay, so the novel virus in Belgium has killed 50 people. I shouldn't say killed, unalived 50 people. The novel virus. Okay, it is contained, or so they say, on a ship that is out in the near Belgium. Belgian waters, not waffles. Someone might like waffles. I do, but only if they have things in them. So I like blueberry waffles and pancakes. Cracker Barrel makes the best blueberry pancakes known to man. Cracker Barrel. Well, to me. Okay? Cracker Barrel's blueberry pancakes. You want to bless me? Cracker Barrel's blueberry pancakes. But this ship, it's a cruise ship. Okay? Literally, the passengers on the boat, they're vomiting in their hallways, on the sides of the ship, off the sides of the ship, in the restaurants. It is a virus right now being contained on this ship out in the middle of the water near Belgium right now. Novel virus. I remember in 2019 in the New York Times or New York Post or some major newspaper, and there was an article, a small column off to the side, like the weather, a small column off to the side that said something about a virus in the US, and 2 months later we were being quarantined. Okay, again, this extraterrestrial has never taken the virus or the vaccine, and still has never had the virus. Still. And you're talking about someone who had their immune system broken down to 0 and had shingles, fucking around with some dumbass, and never got COVID. Healers heal, right, collective? That's what we do. Healers heal. Yeah. Okay. So, virus. Okay. Also, something about panda bears, rice, and Japan. So I don't know if this famine, a famine is a drought. I don't know if this famine has anything to do with rice. That's a good possibility. What is the most common food in the world? I'm going to ask that question. Alexa, what is the single most consumed food in the world? Rice! Holy shit, I knew that! I knew it! I knew that! I knew it! Good thing I got shorts on, right? I knew it! Rice! Rice! Look out, collective. You might want to look out. Might not want to buy any rice products for a minute. Rice-a-roni, whatever. You might not want to buy any. You might not want to buy any for a minute. Okay? Or you might want to keep your eye on that list. I am definitely going to post the FDA's Food and Drug Administration's list of recalls so that you can keep up to date. Hopefully that list auto updates, but I'm going to put that link in the comment section of this video. Okay? The FDA's current food recall list. Okay? So, there's something I want to do. I want to try something out. And I've never done this, but I am curious. I want to try this out. I want to pull some cards specifically for the resignation and tenure of Christopher Wray. Ray might be dealing with a Rain Man, Reynard, Reynolds, Regina. Okay, I know Regina's. How many Reginas do I know? I know Regina Randall, maiden name Regina Henry. I know, I want to say Regina Randolph, but I don't know Regina Randolph. Randolph might be significant for you. I don't know Regina Randolph. But I want to pull a couple of cards on this Chris Wray resignation again, and He resigned after 7 years. Normally, I believe it's a 10-year tenure. It's 5:33, 80 degrees on the 26th. Okay? I believe, ooh, wow, Emperor popped out with my hand. Just popped off the deck. What's on the bottom? Ooh, Ace of Cups. Okay? Emperor might be coming with this Ace of Cups. For you, stop playing. I'm not saying that. Okay, I'll say it. But I'm going to say it. That's funny. But I'm going to say it with a caveat. So I just heard Here Comes the Bride. And this is all I'm going to say. Oh, by the way, if FBI, y'all recording me and whatever, heat, what do they call that? Heat, like the devices that could pick up heat images and things like that through walls and all that sort of thing. I don't know what you're doing and I don't care. Okay? What I can tell you is that whatever you've seen, I'm not ashamed. I got a big ass dick, so I hope you're looking. So I hope this emperor understands all that is required of them and all that I will require of them, whoever you are. You have requirements for me too. Don't be looking at me like that. You got requirements for me too. And I will say it forever. If I ever get karmic, I ever turn into a dumbass, a lazy ass, a sloth, I ever cheat on you, I'd never. I'd definitely leave before. There's no reason for that whatsoever. None. There is no ass, dick, coochie good enough for you to step out on your wife or your husband for. There is none. And there's certainly none worth it. It'd be better to just leave. But people don't make those decisions. And why don't people make that decision? Why do they make the darker decision? Because the darker decision is made to look like the light. So this emperor, I was talking about Chris Ray. So this emperor, by the way, you spell his W, his last name is, you spell his W. You spell his last name W-R-A-Y. Says Trump says gold cards can be used for recruitment. I don't know what that means. Okay, that might be significant for you. So this in reverse, okay, again, I was asking about Christopher. So he is losing something. What is he losing other than that position? Dignity, respect. Again, for the first time in U.S. history, the United States president did not attend his swearing in. It was done by the Attorney General. I don't know who that was at the time. It might be the same Attorney General. Again, I don't know political offices and all that shit. I don't keep up with that. That's of no relevance to me until they're ready to make changes at the national level. Then it becomes relevant for me. Okay, until then, it don't. Okay, so let's go. Thank you, Most High. So that's Christopher Ray energy, right? He's an emperor, so he's a male in masculine energy, okay? And obviously in that position, what else would you expect? Even if it was a female elected, you'd still have to be in masculine energy. You couldn't be in that position and be in feminine energy. I couldn't, even though I'm a divine feminine, right? As a male, but a male. And heterosexual, by the way, that does not mean I'm a homosexual. Okay? Trust me. My juicy ass dick ain't going into no dude's ass. You best believe that. Stupid ass. Okay? So here we go. Alright? So, we are looking at our choices and we are considering our options. That's what this Two of Wands is. Okay? contemplation. Okay, you might be in meditation. Okay, again, we asked about Christopher. So for Christopher's energy, Christopher's in consideration. I'm surprised that didn't come out in reverse. It may have. I just picked it up. Christopher is sitting in strong contemplation. He's considering his choices and his options. What am I going to do? How do I handle this? I don't know, Christopher. It all depends on what you know. Okay? And why you were shunned, and why you're being shunned, and why you resigned 3 years early. There might be something about 3 years early, something about 2028, or like I said, something about 2022. What else, highest divine white light, Estro, that you can tell us about Christopher Ray? And I won't take that in. And what's going on in regards to his resignation from the FBI as the director. What else can you tell us? Maybe nothing else. Nothing else is coming out. Did anything flip over? Nope, nothing came out. Try one more time, or go through one more time. Not try. I'm trying nothing. Ukraine's president is expected to travel to Washington this week to sign a rare earth something. I wasn't reading fast enough. Someone wants you to go away with them. I don't know. You consider that. Okay? I don't know if you want to do it, but consider it. All right. Energy of Christopher Ray right now. Energy of Christopher Ray. I said that and bam. Here we go. In the reverse. Okay? So, we are looking at the Six of Pentacles. Okay? So, he's not yet, but this is going to be some type of deficit for him. Okay? This also could represent secrets. Okay? Because this is sharing. Charity. Okay? So this would be selfishness. Stinginess. Okay? So there's information, obviously, that Christopher knows. Could be MK Ultra, could be other government programs, who knows? Okay? All right. So, there we go, collective. I'll go ahead and leave that there with Christopher. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. This is Esoteric Guidance. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, amongst a couple of other things. And I say a couple, but it's a lot of other things. As you are, again, you are multidimensional, collective. Okay? You are multidimensional earth angel, starseed, light worker, empath. No matter your earthly job, cashier, parking lot attendant, mechanic, tree trimmer, landscaper, engineer, pole vaulter, whatever you do, you are greater. Whatever you do on earth, you are greater than that. Don't let that occupation define you. My occupation doesn't define me. I am even more than a healer. But that's what I'm here to do. Okay? So, again, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, be encouraged.